My friends, this is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine. 30 plus years of clinical experience in medicine. I want to tell you today, guys, about why I am so happy, so grateful that recently my testosterone, the male hormone that makes us who we are, has dropped a lot. I am extremely happy about that, and I hope that thanks to my explanations about why I am happy to have half the testosterone that I used to have, you should be happy too if you are like me. I am right now 50 years young, and I still remember when about 10 years ago, 5 years ago, right, my testosterone used to be at around between 900 and 1,000, right? Between 900 and 1,000. I used to measure it once a year, twice a year, together with all my routine blood tests and everything. This is, guys, the level of testosterone, the male hormone. Anything between 300 and 1,000 nanograms per deciliter is normal. Obviously, as we age, the testosterone level decreases. And that's what happened to me when I measured it a few months ago. And guess what? I used to be between 900 and 1,000, means I was at the upper range of normal, and now I am somewhere around 500, right? 2 years ago, I was about 550. Recently, when I did it, I was about 500. So it has dropped by almost half, right? It is still within normal range, but it has dropped by half. Remember that every man is different, right? Look at this huge range, right? And this range is valid for young people, right? In their late 20s, early 20s, 30s, 40s, blah, 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 right? If you take two young men in their 20s or 30s, same age, they're going to have different level, right? It's like any biological value. People are different even when they have the same age. But me, I still remember those days when I used to be so horny all the time. The only thing that was in my brain was to find a woman, to have a girlfriend, constantly having sex, endless sex, because my sex drive was through the roof. It is crazy. Seriously. And it was not a healthy brain, mental situation, because thank God I never had any like road rage or blah 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 like those bodybuilders that put steroids and blah 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 into their blood and develop this rage and assault, battery and road rage. These people, they go crazy because the steroids, right, the anabolizing steroid that they inject themselves, that give them these big muscles like that. At the same time, they mess up their brain, they develop road rage, they assault and battery, and they get angry all the time. I was never like that, but my sex drive was constantly high, and I had to have sex at least every other day with a woman. I used to masturbate all the time if I didn't have a woman, right? And masturbation wasn't just like right now, right? Right now I'm 50 years young. I haven't had a girlfriend for 4 years, right? I do masturbate in order to have an orgasm and help me go to bed, right? And I never allow my semen to stay in my body, in my seminal vesicle, my prostate, blah, 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 for more than 2 days. If I don't masturbate because of, I don't know, any reasons, then I have the second night I have to masturbate before I go to bed. Masturbation helps me to sleep good, because that orgasm releases endorphins, noradrenalines, dopamines, and all these healthy chemicals in my brain, right? Helps me go to bed. And at the same time, it keeps my prostate healthy by not keeping my semen in my seminal vesicles, prostate, blah, blah, blah. Right? But I haven't had a girlfriend for 4 years. Every once in a while, if I want to have physically sex with a woman, I just call an escort, I pay her the money, blah, blah, blah. She comes here an hour or half an hour or whatever the catso I need to do. Then she's out and I don't have the hassle and the headache, right? But I don't have that need to constantly go out and socialize. My socializing was constantly to go try to find a woman. And if I had a date and she wouldn't be able to come to my apartment, or me going to her apartment, or blah, 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 for more than one day not having sex, I would go crazy. And the weekend, I had to go to her place, or she had to go to my place the whole day, going out, restaurants, outings, socializing, and then we come back, we have sex, and then we have sex again, and then we go restaurants, then movie, and then we come back home, sex again. It was a crazy lifestyle, crazy, crazy, crazy. Too much mental stress, too much, horniness. Thank God those days are long gone. And now I do not regret it. But when I look back, I'm like, my God, I wasted so much time trying to constantly date women. If I broke up with a girlfriend, I would go in panic mode. How am I going to have sex? What am I going to do for sex? Going dating girls, blah, 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 going to strip clubs, going to bars, trying to find anybody with whom I can have physically sex. Because those days, masturbation wasn't just enough. I had to have physically sex with women. And you feel like you're the macho man and blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? And of course, my testosterone, which was double what it was now, used to go to the gym. I was more buffed, right? More buff, like that. My God, I have lost a lot of muscle mass, but I love myself right now 10 times better, right, than what I used to be. I have lower testosterone, so I have peace in my mind. I have more relaxed mind. I'm not horny constantly like before, right? And I can go to the gym, not get buffed up like that, right? I am nice and lean thanks to my diet, keto diet, right? I'm all muscle, right? Muscle, bone, and skin, right? But I'm not the buffed guy like that. I'm just like Bruce Lee, nice and lean, muscular, no fat at all. No belly fat, right? No butt fat, no love handle, no double chin or triple chin, nothing like that. Sorry, I'm looking at the clock to make sure I don't talk too much. One of the people told me I talk too much. I need to make my videos shorter, so I have to watch the clock to not make my videos too long. So that's why I decided to not go and take this testosterone supplementation, right? These patches or injection of natural testosterone to boost my testosterone to what it was before, especially because of the huge increased risk of prostate cancer. Prostate cancer, the prostate gland is extremely hormone responsive. It responds to testosterone the same way our muscles respond to testosterone. People who have a lot of testosterone, like I used to when I was younger, you get buffed quickly, you're always horny, blah, blah, blah. The problem is that if you go on testosterone supplementation, you become horny again, you become buffed up again, then I will have to go again, constantly date girls, waste my time trying to constantly find girlfriends, having sex endlessly. It's crazy, pointlessly, endless, useless, pointless, constant sex, right? And then I would increase my risk of prostate cancer, right? So that's why I decided to not do that, to not actually at all, even later, to go on testosterone supplementation. Do not forget the risk of prostate cancer. It is pretty high. You increase a lot your risk of getting prostate cancer at an early age if you go on testosterone supplementation therapy, even though some urologists will deny that because they want to push you and prescribe you those medications. Remember, urologists are the lackeys. A lot of doctors, actually, they have become the lackeys of the pharmaceutical industry. The pharmaceutical industry pushes this doctor to prescribe you more medications, more supplements, more this, more that, and the doctor doesn't care. The urologist doesn't care that you're going to get prostate cancer by the time you turn 75 during your retirement. He will be already retiring in the Bahamas with millions of dollars in the bank, right? So don't do that. Don't do that. Go the natural, healthy way, right? And so when I look back and I look at, my God, so much time that I have wasted trying to date, having sex, useless, pointlessly, every day, every night, every freaking weekend, dating, going out, socializing, time that I could have used to learn another language, to learn to get better in surgical techniques, to learn a music instrument, to learn to play piano, to learn to play guitar, to learn an art, a craft, blah, 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 right? To learn my sixth language, which is now the Thai language. If I had done all this that I'm doing right now, starting 10 years ago, right now I would be fluent in the Thai language, and I would be fluent, in addition to the Thai language, I would be fluent in Chinese Mandarin. Right now, Dr. B speaks fluently, written, spoken, English, French, Spanish, Italian, Farsi, the Persian language, from my parents, right? I did all my schooling. I grew up in France, medical school, everything, surgical training. But then I came to the US, but originally my parents are from the Middle East, from Iran. So I'm fluent in 5 languages, 100% written, spoken, and I am learning right now the Thai language. As of right now, September 2025. If I had done this 10 years ago, instead of wasting stupid time doing sex, constant sex, my God, going out, partying, bars, restaurants, movies, concerts, blah, 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 waste of time, I would right now be fluent in Chinese Mandarin, right? Now, again, I don't regret those days. I had a lot of sex, a lot of fun, right? I had sex with a ton of women, beautiful ladies, blah, blah, blah. But then so what, right? So what? It's like a kid who endlessly goes to Disneyland, and he just never stops going on those rides up and down, up and down, up and down. He wants to go back the next day, and then the next year he wants to go back. There's never any end, right? So there's never any end for this kind of empty, pointless, useless, repetitive life when you are a young adult, when all you think is having fun, eating out and going on travel, vacations, blah, 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 having sex with dozens of girls, blah, 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 right? Now, don't get me mistaken. I was extremely professionally happy and a brilliant mind in medicine. But while I was doing medicine and learning, getting more experience and getting more certifications and licenses and working at different clinics and hospitals, that was my life. Right? And all that is this drive that men have, this sexual energy, sexual drive that keeps you constantly want to go out and dress up and blah, 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 and buy a beautiful BMW that costs an arm and a leg to maintain, so that you can have a woman, have sex with her, be happy, and blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm not saying I don't miss the companionship a little bit, but right now I have what we call the solace of solitude. My life, my brain is in peace, right? My heart is in peace. I have so much time for myself. I don't have to please to keep somebody happy, a lady happy and her family happy, to constantly have to take her out, wine her, dine her. I have time for myself. I have the time to go to the gym 2 hours a day, constantly, 2 hours, no exception. I have the time to sleep 9 hours a night. My brain is super sharp, my memory, everything. I have the time to work 8 to 10 hours a day at our beautiful cardiovascular clinic. In addition, on Saturdays, my God, I have the time to study the Thai language, to study advanced mathematics, to study advanced physics, to study advanced biochemistry, to read at least 1 hour the medical journals, to keep in touch with the latest scientific discoveries, medical discoveries, medication discoveries, new surgical techniques. I have so much time for myself, right? And I wish, right now, 50 years young, I wish I had woken up 10 years ago when I was 40, right? My God, by now I would be 10 years ahead of what I am right now. I love you guys. Guys, I love you regardless of your gender, your ethnicity, and blah, blah, blah. Do not forget to not go on testosterone supplementation therapy unless, of course, the testosterone deficiency occurs when you're young, right? But if it's gradual because of natural aging, like in my case, just let it be. Be happy and content with having lower testosterone. You will have peace in your brain. You will lose some muscle mass, but you become leaner. If you zip your mouth and go on the keto diet, you will not be constantly horny, looking to have sex, useless, pointless, endless sex with all these women, hassle, headache, blah, blah, blah. Simplify your mind. Simplify your brain, simplify, declutter your life physically and mentally. And that comes with lower testosterone. It has helped me a lot. Regardless of your gender, ethnicity, race, color, religion, whether you're a man, a woman, anything in between, I don't give a cat, so I love you. Whether you're a Jew, a Muslim, an atheist, a Buddhist, a Catholic, Protestant, I don't give a cat, so I love you. I give you a big hug. Put your comments, your question down there, and God willing, I will get back to you ASAP in my busy but beautiful life. Thank you so much for your viewership. God bless you. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.